Thanksgiving can be a good time to show off how smart you are to everyone else at the table, or at least fake how smart you are. I'll tell you what you can say that'll impress everyone in the room.
This is News 10 at 9.
I've got money.
Well, that's the thing. You guys don't need advice, okay?
So you talk current
You already have
events.
good jobs. We know you're on TV. You know. Everyone knows you're great.
Just wondering, what do we need to do to impress everybody? Good morning to you on this Wednesday, November 27th. I'm Dan Elliott.
And I'm Kiba Arnold. Can't wait for that segment, Jeff.
It'll be a good one.
Tomorrow you're going to be at the table surrounded by family and friends, and you are pretty much guaranteed someone will try and show off.
In which way, we just don't know.
Right.
But that's a part
or
of
show
Thanksgiving.
out, right?
That too, yeah. Jeff Maher, who knows nothing about showing off, is
Or
here
out.
with some ideas on how to do just
The
that.
most humble man in the room right now.
That's what we all say.
Yeah, you know, Thanksgiving, the dinner table can be a pretty intimidating place. You know, you're sitting across from your cousin Ronnie, who just graduated from Harvard. To your left is Uncle Artie, who just sold his business and he has a yacht. What have you got? Well, thanks to Time magazine, there are some terms that you can memorize and say aloud at the dinner table, and it'll make you look pretty smart and pretty up to speed with current events. So let's take you through some of these terms. The first one is pretty interesting. You would just say, I kind of thought our politicians were on drugs. Now we know they are. This shows you're up to speed with the recent crack smoking case involving Toronto's mayor. Just make sure you brush up on some of the details in case you're pressed further about it. You could also say, Obama's legacy is now in the hands of the IT department. That's pretty impressive. That means you're up to speed with the online problems plaguing the Affordable Care Act and how many Americans are not signing up because of the glitches. And you can follow that with, well, maybe Obama doesn't need the IT department after all. Now, if you say this, you need to explain that you're referencing the recent deal reached for Iran to scale back its nuclear program. It could represent some real progress in negotiating with a regime that up to this point has been unresponsive to such pleas. And another one you could say is, Hollywood is finally paying attention to television. Here's how I'll spoil it for you. With this term, you're talking about Breaking Bad, which saw its dramatic conclusion to what has been one of the most successful TV shows of all time. Sony Pictures, one of Hollywood's biggest studios, recently announced they would be more focused on TV development rather than movie making because of how successful Breaking Bad has been. And I guess I personally could take that a step further because I've actually been in Breaking Bad as an actor. That's right. I could stand up in front of the whole table and be like, hey everybody, did you know I was actually in Breaking Bad and that Bryan Cranston handpicked me himself?
Oh, goodness.
And that's when I drop the turkey leg and walk out of the room.
And it's been, I think, 2 weeks since he's told us that.
Yeah.
I know you guys know very well. And actually, Ryan, Nerds on Call, he brought it up because he just saw me in it.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Thanksgiving is a great time to be with family, but at the same time, those relatives are always pressing the single people like me. Jeff, have you found a girlfriend yet? Have you found a girlfriend? We want to see some little grandkids running around. Well, you know, I hear it over and over and over. So this app, you know, could come to use. It's called the Invisible Girlfriend, and guys are actually paying for this. It's a service that basically it's described as a digital tool that promises to create a convincing approximation of someone who loves you and wants to sleep with you without having to actually find someone to do that. And depending on which package plan you purchase, this automated service sends you phone calls, text messages. You can actually pick up your phone, and sometimes if you buy the $30 a month plan, there can be a live fake girlfriend on the other end. So you can be like, you know, answer the phone and say, hey, you know, this is my girlfriend on the other end.
So even though she's invisible, she still costs you.
Exactly.
We got more news coming up at 11. News 10 midday. See you then.
Why?
News 10 is everywhere you want to be.